I never should have answered the letter. It came without a name, without a return address, and the ink on it looked like it had bled through time. It simply read, "The Vale Estate awaits. Come alone. The books are ready." As I story, and the mention of books was all it took. They said the Vale Estate vanished off maps after 1889, cursed and forgotten. But I was already too curious. I traveled alone through fog and silence, until even the cab driver refused to go further. "That house," he said, "it breathes at night." When I reached it, the gate creaked open like it expected me. The house was massive and dead. Stone, ivy-covered, windows like blind eyes. The front door opened by itself. Inside, it smelled of ink, wet paper, and something older like dust soaked in blood. I followed a dim light into the library. Piles of ancient books sat waiting. One table had a note. "You are the last reader. When you finish, the door will open." What door? I turned to leave, but the hallway behind me had vanished. The manor shifted behind my back, like it was hiding its true shape. I stayed. I read. Each night I read deeper into impossible languages, into memories that weren't mine. I heard footsteps behind walls. I heard breathing under the floorboards. The books whispered my name, sometimes in voices that sounded like mine. On the third night, a book bled ink onto my hands and I couldn't wash it off. I slept, but I dreamed of a well beneath the manor, a pit of pages and voices calling me downward. On the fifth day, I found a sealed door in the cellar, just like the one I saw in my dreams. Around it, Latin etched into stone, "What is sealed must stay silent," but the door was warm. Something behind it moved. On the sixth night, a woman appeared in the mirror, pale, dressed in morning black. Her mouth didn't move, but I heard her inside my head. "You were reading your own ending." I turned, but she was gone. Every book I opened now had my handwriting. My past, my childhood, things I never told anyone, things I had forgotten until I read them again. I wasn't just reading books, the manor was reading me. Then the floor split. I fell into the old well, now filled with bones and burned paper. Hands reached up, not to pull me down, but to pass me a final book. Its cover had no title. Its pages were blank, except for one final line. The reader must become the story. I woke up in the bed upstairs, my hands shaking. The door was open now, the one the letter spoke of. Beyond it, not a room, but blackness, a hallway of whispering walls. I walked it, and with each step, I forgot something: my name, my home, my reason for coming. I was being unwritten. I reached a final chamber, where dozens of chairs faced an empty stage. I sat, and one by one, shadows entered. Silhouettes of past readers, past guests, all silent, all staring at me. A voice echoed through the air. "Begin reading." A book floated before me glowing. I took it. The first page simply read, Chapter 1, Elias Ward enters the manor. That was my name. But I couldn't remember who I was. I read aloud, and the room around me rebuilt itself. The house was feeding on my voice, on my memories. I read. I read until I was only a whisper inside the walls, until I became another echo beneath the floorboards. And now, when new guests arrive, sometimes on rainy nights, like the one I watch from the mirrors, I knock from the walls. I pass them books they shouldn't read, because the manor is always hungry, and the door is never truly sealed. Not forever.